For years, Norway had nothing. No trophies, no superstars. Until now.
And it's Ødegaard. Norway looking for a third before the break. And Haaland might provide it. It's Haaland! It's 3!
And suddenly, a country that nobody feared looks like it could shock the world. Here's the proof. 15 points from 5 World Cup qualifiers. A convincing win over Italy. This isn't luck. It's a pattern. Plenty of goals scored, very few conceded. But guys, is it normal to beat a team 11-1? That kind of demolition doesn't happen by accident, even against Moldova. Sure, Moldova is not a great team, but they are far above San Marino or Gibraltar. And this is huge, because Norway isn't traditionally a football powerhouse. Think about it. While countries like Sweden and Denmark were producing players like Zlatan Ibrahimovic or Christian Eriksen, Norway was always in the shadows. Their biggest exports were usually defenders or workhorse midfielders, never true superstars. And that's why you should stick with me here, because Norway has a real chance to return to the world stage. If they qualify, it will be their first major tournament in 26 years, since Euro 2000. At that time, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was the star of the team.
And you've scored every time you've played at Old Trafford. I guess this must be your favourite ground.
Yes, it is, of course. 55,000 shouting my name, and it's all unbelievable.
That's an entire generation without seeing Norway at a World Cup or European Championship. If you believe Norway will make it to the World Cup this year, smash that like button, and trust me, you'll want to see what's coming next. After all, could it even fail when you have Haaland and Odegaard in the team? Both in their prime, Haaland tearing up the Premier League with Manchester City, breaking goal-scoring records for fun.
I think Haaland is very intelligent in the way he's playing. I see he has this killer instinct. Even if he has a hat-trick, he still wants to score the 4th goal, 5th goal.
There's something about Haaland, he looks mad, but in a good way. You know, where you just think, he doesn't care about anything. You see the celebration in the Champions League with the goalkeeper? I like that.
For example, in the Champions League, he has already scored 50 goals in 49 games, and he's still just 25. For comparison, Messi needed 66 games to reach that mark, while Ronaldo needed 91. Crazy, right? And then there's Ødegaard, a super talent who didn't make it at Real Madrid, but after moving to Arsenal, he came alive. And now he directs the team's game with authority.
And Ødegaard, I'm not saying that he's as good as David Silva or Kevin De Bruyne. I think he's got a bit to go in his career, but he's getting to a point now whereby when I watch him play, it is so smooth, it's so silky.
Two different roles, but perfectly complementary. While Ødegaard sets the rhythm, creates chances and dictates the tempo, Haaland makes the runs, attacks the space and finishes with ruthless efficiency. One brain, one finisher. Exactly what every national team dreams of. But wait, aren't there actually 2 finishers? Because let's be honest, everyone who follows football knows about these 2. But there is another world-class goalscorer, often mistaken for representing a different country, especially Denmark or Sweden. In recent seasons, he has dominated La Liga, first with Real Sociedad, then Villarreal, and now Atletico Madrid. It's Alexander Sørloth. For the 2nd season in a row, he has scored at least 20 goals in La Liga.
Go on, big man! Go on, big man!
Ali's shouting, you can't hear him. He had money on you getting at least 10 goals this season. There's a steak dinner in it. It looks like he's getting there.
10 is humble, no?
As you can see, Alejandro Moreno has won his bet, by far. So now you might be thinking, Norway's attack is looking stacked. But hold on, that's still not everything. Imagine having yet another top striker who scored 14 goals for Wolves last season and 13 the season before for Celta Vigo. Again underrated, but again incredible numbers in a top 5 league. Jørgen Strand Larsen. Some of you watching might not even know his name. But how on earth is a striker with stats like that only Norway's 3rd choice forward? Unbelievable. And here's where it gets crazy. Norway isn't just about goals. Stick with me because their midfield and defense might surprise you even more. The midfield and defense are also stacked with players from Europe's top 5 leagues. You've got Ødegaard pulling the strings, Fulham's Sander Berge as a reliable defensive midfielder, and a fullback Julian Riersson, now in his 4th season in Dortmund, even playing in last season's Champions League final against Real Madrid. So let's be clear, Norway is no longer just about goals. They've got size, energy, and Champions League experience at the back. And if you thought that was impressive, wait until you hear about the next generation. Norway is producing players who could keep them competitive well beyond 2026. And we are talking especially about 2 wingers. First, Oscar Bobb, the Manchester City winger who looks like to follow Ødegaard's footsteps. Smooth on the ball and fearless.
Ja, vi kjører virkelig Færøyene rundt nå. Oscar Bobb.
And already making his mark in one of the toughest teams in the world.
De Bruyne. Oh, he's picked out Oscar Bobb! City win it! KDB!
And then there's Antonio Nusa, just 20 years old but already tracked by Europe's biggest clubs. A winger at Leipzig with blistering plays, flair and dribbling skills. He's the kind of player who can flip a game in 1 instant. For a country that has been waiting decades just to qualify for a major tournament, this squad feels different. A team with quality across every line. Just imagine all of this clicking together on the world stage. No doubt about it, this is a side that can not only qualify, but also fight their way out of the group. So here's the big question, could Norway actually become football's next great underdog story? With Haaland's goals, Ødegaard's vision, Sørloth's finishing, and a wave of young prodigies, this is no longer just a dream. We have seen underdog stories before. Greece in 2004, Iceland in 2016, Croatia reaching the World Cup final in 2018.
Ide na ubačaj, to oštra lopta, Walker reagira, tu je Perišić, Mandžukić, it's Super Mario!
But here's the twist. With this much firepower, they could turn into one of the most dangerous teams in Europe. And maybe even the world, and we might already see it at the World Cup 2026.